I love my Shopify store, and it has been the e-commerce platform I've used for the last 4 years to sell products online. Shopify has a lot of really great features, and I've done a video on some of those and reasons why you might want to use Shopify for your e-commerce platform. However, in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the reasons why you do not want to use Shopify, some of the reasons why Shopify might not be right for you. So let's get started and look at some of the reasons why Shopify is maybe not the best choice, especially if you're just getting started. The first reason why Shopify might not be right for you is that there is a steep learning curve. It might just be too complex for you if you're just getting started. This is especially true if you are kind of testing out products, you're not sold on what you're actually going to be selling, you have some vague ideas, but you really want to try a lot of things out. Or it's also too complex for some people that have never sold online before. If you've never dealt with the back end of a website, if you've never worked with changing the colors and how something looks, it might just be too much for you to get started. This is something that you can overcome, of course. There are lots of ways to figure out how to change things in Shopify, how to make it look like what you want, but a lot of new sellers can get bogged down in the details of trying to learn all of the back end and how to make their shop look like what they want, and they don't ever actually get to the part where they're making sales and actually succeeding with their e-commerce store. Sometimes, especially for beginners, simpler is better, and Shopify can be too complex and not simple enough for certain people. Along those lines, a reason why Shopify is not a great option for everyone is that customizing your store can actually be really costly or timely. You can start a Shopify store immediately and use a theme that other people use, but if you want to stand out, if you want to have something custom and unique that is representative of your brand, it can take a lot of time or money. You might have to pay someone to do it, or if you're doing it yourself, it might take a long time to actually make those changes and to learn how to make those changes. Making your shop look how you want it to be exactly can be a time commitment, or it can be really costly. So just keep that in mind. If you want something really unique and specific, Shopify could be a big commitment for you. Another reason why Shopify is not the right choice is the pricing. I personally think that the pricing for Shopify is fair and what you get is a really good value. But if you're just starting out, that $39 a month plus the transaction fees can be a lot of money. If you're not making sales and this is something that you don't have the money to invest in, that money is huge. That's a big amount per month. And maybe you want to go with a free option just to get started instead, and then eventually move over to Shopify. So the pricing can definitely be something that kind of puts new people off of Shopify, and for good reason. If you don't have any money to invest into this, then that amount that you pay per month can be a big roadblock. Another issue with Shopify is that extra apps can cost money. So all of the functionality that you want in your store might not be built into Shopify on the basic level. You might need specific apps either built by Shopify in their app store or built by other companies in the app store. And some of those apps can cost money. Some of them have a one-time fee. Some of them have an additional monthly fee. Some of them charge based on how many sales or how much volume you are doing in your shop. So there can be some apps that you need that you feel like increase the functionality of your store greatly and are really, really important, but they cost a lot of extra money, or they cost more money than you're willing to commit to. And this can be a huge roadblock for some people. I'm a digital product seller, and to sell digital products on Shopify, you have to install a different app. Some of them are free, but the ones that I have found to be the best actually cost an additional monthly fee on top of what I'm already paying for Shopify. This means my overall cost for my shop is higher, and that can be something that isn't really feasible for new sellers. And it's also just something you might not want to pay for an app that you have to piece together to sell the products that you want to sell. This is especially true of selling digital products when you're comparing to other e-commerce platforms that have that functionality already built in to the price that you're paying. So with something like Etsy, that's already built in. You don't have to pay an extra fee. So that is something to consider. So with sites like Etsy or Stan Store, you don't have to pay that extra fee to do the digital product hosting and sending it to your customer. But with Shopify, you might be doing that. So it's just something to keep in mind that if you have specific functionality that you need for your Shopify store, it might cost extra money. The final two reasons that I think Shopify is not right for a good amount of people is that there is a lack of certain functions. So one of the reasons why Shopify Shopify is not great is that they don't have robust content marketing features. Their CMS, their content management system, is not the best, and adding things like blog posts and extra pages can be kind of unwieldy. And if you have a lot of content that you want on your domain, you want to promote with your shop, having just a Shopify store might not be the right choice. You might have to have a Shopify store and then also a WordPress website, or you might have to do some sort of other combination because the content management platform that is built in with Shopify isn't the best and it could really use some updating. This is understandable because Shopify puts their emphasis on the e-commerce side, so they are focused on making your shop work and look the best it possibly can and function the best it can, but they've definitely let things like the content side fall off and not be as important. But if that's important to you and your business, then you might want to reconsider using Shopify. And the final reason why I personally think Shopify is not the right solution for everyone is that they do not offer email hosting. So if you want a domain-based email address, so you want it to have your domain in the email, you are going to have to figure that out. You can use third parties or you can use the app integration with Google through Shopify, but overall you're going to have a little workaround because they don't just automatically have it built in. And then they also don't give you the option to do something like have an email list that you're constantly emailing. And you want to be emailing your customers, letting them know about new products, about sales, getting them to come back. So your email list is important in your business, but Shopify doesn't have that built in. So you have to combine Shopify with something like ConvertKit, which is a great platform, and they each do their individual thing very, very well, but it's not all together. So if you really want everything together and you want your email with your store, this is not going to be the best option for you. So those are a few of the reasons why I personally think Shopify isn't the right fit for everyone. While I love Shopify, I'm an affiliate for them, I do a lot with the Shopify platform, it's not for everyone, and that's okay. They definitely have the core audience where Shopify is the perfect fit, but if that's not you, that's fine too, because there are other e-commerce options that are perfect for what you are wanting to do online. If you want to see what some of those are, definitely check out this next video.